welcome back to Drinking by Myself. My name is Emma and today I'm going to be doing the New Year's Resolutions book tag, which I was tagged in by Sofie, Emde, Trebbien last year. She tagged me in January 2017, I'm now getting around to doing it. Classic fucking drinking by myself. Oh, my sock's falling down. This tag is obviously all about your New Year's resolutions, bookish related ones, the things you're planning to read this year. That's pretty self-explanatory, let's just get on with it, shall we? Question number 1. Who is an author that you would like to read this year that you have never read before? In 2018, I would like to read some Agatha Christie books because I've never read any of her books before, but I feel like she's kind of a big deal. Question number 2, name a book that you would like to read. Well, I mean, I've got about 70 books I would like to read currently sitting on my shelf. It's hard to pick a favourite from that. But in the immediate future, I'm going to say I would like to read Animal Liberation by Peter Singer. That's on my January TBR for Veganuary, because one of my New Year's resolutions this year is, at some point, not today, I'm going to go vegan. Question number 3. What is a classic that you would like to read? I would like to read, I'm going to say 2, Rebecca and My Cousin Rachel by Daphne du Maurier. I own both of those books. I keep hearing such great things. I'm so ready for them. Question number 4. What is a book you would like to reread this year? I had already decided that I'm going to make 2018 the year of rereading because I never reread books. I don't think I reread a single book in 2017, and actually there is such a joy to rereading some of your favourite old books. So I would like to do a lot of that, but the one book that I have just been dying to reread recently is The Time Traveller's Wife by Audrey Niffenegger, because that was one of my favourite books when I was growing up. I adored that book, and I haven't read it for probably 10 years. Is that a lie? When did it even come out? Please hold. It came out in 2004. So yeah, I probably read it when it was new, I reread it a few times for the first few years, and then I probably stopped. So yeah, it's got to be nearly 10 years. Question number 5. A book you've had for ages that you'd like to read. A lot of the books on my shelf I've had for a while. The one that I've had for the longest is called Living Dolls. It's a non-fiction book about feminism that my friend lent me like 3 years ago. So let's go with that. I definitely want to read that in 2018. Otherwise, I just have to give it back to her. Question number 6, I've run out of spare fingers to do the numbers, so we're just going to stop, is what is a big book that you would like to read this year? And I've got a couple of big books on my shelf. I would really like to read this year House of Birds by, I can't remember, Morgan McCarthy, maybe? I get a gold star if that's right. I got that one for Christmas last year, and it's set between Oxford and London, 2 places that I've lived, and it's got one of the most gorgeous covers you'll ever see. I should get it right now and show you, but I just can't even be bothered to move because there's a big suitcase in my way I would have to climb over. But it's lovely, and I definitely want to read that this year. My battery's going to run out. I will be right back. Okay, wow, I apologise for how much that screen will have just changed. I moved the camera a lot during that process. But as an apology present, I went and grabbed House of Birds from my bookshelf so you could see how beautiful it is. Wasn't that worth it? It's so pretty. And it is by Morgan McCarthy. So I will be taking that gold star, please and thank you. Question number 7. Who is an author that you've previously read and would like to read more of in 2018? Well, I recently, as I showed in one of my recent book hauls, went on a massive Taylor Jenkins Reid buying splurge. I have previously read her book Maybe Another Life, and I enjoyed it, and then in 2017 I read her book The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, which was one of my top 10 of the year. I absolutely adored it. So now I intend to read way more of her books, and I've bought them and they're all sitting on my shelf, so that's an author I definitely want to read at least another one of in 2018. Also, Jessica Knoll is releasing a new book, and I really liked her first book, Luckiest Girl Alive, so I'll be reading the next one that's something about being the favourite sister, which is something close to my heart, because I'm obviously the favourite sister. Hi Sofie. She doesn't watch my videos anyway. Question number 8. What is a book that you got for Christmas you would like to read? This year, for Christmas, I got a lovely collection of Persephone books from my mum, so I will definitely be reading one of those very soon. I actually hadn't decided which one I was going to start with, but off the top of my head, I really want to read The Homemaker, which my mum actually read a few years ago and had told me about, and now I own my own copy, and it sounds just really great. It's about gender roles within a marriage and what happens in this family where the husband is ill and has to stay at home while the woman goes out to work, and then they both find that they enjoy those new roles more. And this is set in Victorian times, not present day, so this is a lot more shocking to them at the time. So yeah, that's a book I got for Christmas that I will be reading this year. I'm already excited to rewatch this video in 2019 and see how many of these promises I failed to keep. Question number 9. What is a series you would like to read from start to finish? And in 2018, I think I'm due a Harry Potter reread. I never read the series all the way through, the first time around when I was growing up, which is something I now deeply regret because they're fucking ace, these books. I read the series as a whole for the first time in 2014 and I really, really enjoyed it, but I still didn't quite fall in love with it to the extent that everybody else did. And then I reread them in 2016 and at that point I was like, oh my god, I love these. These are the best ever. So maybe I should make every 2 years a tradition, and I think I'm due a reread. Because now I actually bought my own copies instead of borrowing people's, so I'm ready to read them. Question number 10, what is a series you want to finish that you've already started? And I don't read series very often, so I don't really have any unfinished series from recent years, but what I do really want to reread, and that I never finished the first time around, is this series of Unfortunate Events. I think I only ever read up to book 9 the first time around when I was younger, and there's 13 of them, and I own them all. I bought them all when the Netflix show came out, and I didn't really like the Netflix show, but it did make me nostalgic and make me want to reread them. This is becoming a little ambitious for my 2018 TBR now that there's like 2 full series, but I would like to finish the series of Unfortunate Events. Maybe I'll just cut straight to the end and read the last 4. Question number 11, how many books would you like to read in 2018? And I would like to read 60 books this year. For the last few years, I have read over 100 books, and I've actually found that that's been too much. So I want to cut it way down, but I am naturally quite a fast reader, so I think I still will get through quite a few books. 5 books a month seems like a perfectly reasonable goal, I would say. So, in 2018, I would like to read no more than 60 books. And finally, question 12 is, do you have any other bookish goals? And the answer is yes. I made a whole video about them, so I'm not going to go through them all again now. I will link below and up there, whichever corner it is, I can never remember, so you can go and watch that video, in which I react to my 2017 goals, laugh at how much I failed them, and then set new ones to fail all over again. So do leave me a comment below letting me know what series you want to finish this year, or what book you particularly have been holding on to that you have to read this year. And of course, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and hit that subscribe button for new videos every Friday. See you next time!